Rip Van Winkle is a 1978 claymation short film by claymation master Will Vinton, who gave us such gems as The California Raisins, The Noid, The PJs, and The Adventures of Mark Twain, which you might recognize from YouTube as the creepiest scene from any kids movie. I called my last video the craziest Christmas cartoon ever, but it wasn't, I just wanted to get more views. This cartoon, however, is batshit insane. The movie starts out pretty normal, and by normal I mean really creepy.
There's magic in the Catskill Mountains, and folks who lived here felt it all around them. The Indians claimed the mountains were home to their spirits. And the legend of the early Dutch settlers tells of the ghosts of Henry Hudson and his crew, who roam these mountains still.
We then meet our protagonist, Rip Van Winkle, who's this incel who doesn't have a job. Like, not only is he a NEET, he's an R anti-work member.
There are men, special men, born to do the work of 10. Ask him why he does toil every moment in the soil. He'll reply square to you, what else would a real man do?
So I think laziness is a virtue in a society where people constantly want you to be productive.
But his landlord just doesn't get the NEET lifestyle and threatens to evict him if he can't pay his rent within 2 weeks.
You have 2 weeks to pay what you owe me, or out you go!
Come on, Rip, play another song.
Play some more music.
No, I better go sack the corn.
Corn don't jump into the sacks all by itself.
Yeah, me too.
What? So then Rip Van Winkle goes to harvest his corn.
Sometimes I think that corn has a mind of its own.
We're in more trouble than I thought if the corn is doing all the thinking.
No, but for real, half this movie is just people roasting this guy.
I've got a good crop for the first time since...
Crop? What do you raise, Van Winkle? Besides dust, I mean.
Franz, I heard about your fire. Thank goodness no one was hurt. You know, there is no justice. Here I am with a cart full of cabbage and corn, and you have nothing.
So he doesn't make enough money selling corn, so he goes squirrel hunting, and we get another song.
Hear the birds singing. Where do they learn that tune they know? Hear the wind blowing. Nobody told the wind to blow. Still it keeps whispering. Something that's sweet and soft and low.
Like, just like The Soulmates, this movie has a lot of really good music.
And what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Okay, looks like just got real. We'll be right back after these messages.
This is Tico, the world's most amazing dog. Amazing because this dog talks. Incredible but true, a genuine talking dog. He actually speaks English, and now you can hear him by calling this number. Imagine listening to a talking dog. This is no joke, this is the real thing. Call now, 1-900-386-TALK, T-A-L-K. $1.75 first minute, 75 cents additional minutes. If you're under 18, get your parents' permission to call. Call now. You may never in your life be able to hear another real talking dog.
Then Rip Van Winkle meets some dwarves in the woods.
No, don't. Drink.
Kids, if a bunch of dwarves in the woods try to get you to drink some moonshine, that's no good. You might wake up 20 years later and all your family and friends will be gone. Just say no. But Rip Van Winkle doesn't listen to Sonic and this happens.
The Ku Klux Klan!
No, but really, what the f are these visuals? I mean that in a good way, by the way. So then Rip Van Winkle meets this Alex Jones mountain and they start having a conversation.
What am I doing here? It just so happens that I keep this side of the hill from blowing away. I'm strong. I can take whatever they dish out around here.
It's not easy to review a movie like this when half of it's just insanely trippy visuals that are beyond human description. Watch out, Rip Van Winkle, that tree's gonna you. I would ask what they were on when they were making this, but it was obviously acid. Then he meets another mountain, and they have the most stereotypical stoner sounding conversation ever. Like, that was clearly what they were going for. Like, listen to this.
It must be grand to be a mountain.
Well, yeah, I think so. But what makes you think so?
Well, you're so reliable.
Reliable? Well, yeah, I am reliable.
And respected.
Well, sure, anything gets as old as I am and stands as tall, bound to get some respect, but...
And you're so serious.
Nobody around here listens to me. I got really good ideas.
I believe it. I know, I'm right. I listen to you. You have great ideas.
So then Rip Van Winkle wakes up and he's lost 20 years of his life. His wife left him and all his friends are dead. Even Franz. Everyone except his landlord, that is. You stay the f*** away from those kids. So his landlord, whose name is Peter Vanderdonk, by the way, so I can stop saying his landlord every time I mention him, is so entertained by Rip Van Winkle's new song and the fact that he's still alive that he lets him live rent-free with him for the rest of his life. Truly a neat dream come true. Wait a minute, wind that back.
He stayed with Peter Vanderdonk till the end of his days.
Is it just me, or is the landlord clearly a lot older than Rip Van Winkle? Like, not only is he the only one of Rip Van Winkle's friends still alive after 20 years, which, based on the fact that Rip Van Winkle is married and doesn't have kids, would probably only make him like 40 after waking up from his acid trip, so this whole thing's kinda weird, but apparently this guy outlives him? Is he supposed to be a vampire? Anyway, that's Rip Van Winkle. It's a really trippy, really well-made claymation short film. And I know you're probably wondering, what's the lesson to be learned from all of this? What is the moral of Rip Van Winkle? Well, the answer is pretty simple. It's don't go in the woods. Well, that kind of killed the mood. Let's try to end on a lighter note.
Everywhere you look, there's a heart.